Alright, second game, East versus I Falls. Freesburger. Sloan in net for us. Nolan, Huddy, and Squish start us off with Leo and Caleb. I haven't said Caleb's name in a while. Back on D. And here we go. Huddy. Nolan on center. Here's Huddy. Had 2 goals last night. Nolan from the corner. Shot. Goes out of play. All right, off the draw, Squish the shot, high. Into the corner, Squish. We get a whistle. Oh, the net's off. It was way off. Oop. Squish. Priley in front. Nolan center ice. Leo goes off the defender into the neutral zone. Caleb will pick it up. So Squish able to clear the zone. Dump it all the way into the I-Fall zone. Easton, he'll dump it deep. Sam on the forecheck. Easton dumps it deep again, actually held it in. Grayson. Easton. Drops it for Henry. Henry with some space. Over to Easton. Easton will bring it in the zone. Henry trailing. We got all three forwards going. Shot. Rebound. Quick whistle. All right, 3-4-5 out there with Easton and Mason. Referee just pushed Henry back on his helmet. Easton dumps it in the corner for Sammy. Sammy, Henry pass. Grayson tried to find it. Henry tripped over Grayson. Mason battling. Now Henry helping out. Henry up to Sammy. Sammy center ice. High Falls fans on it. They chip it out on the second effort. Here's Mason. Looking for Easton. Dumps it a little long. Entering the zone on Mason's side. Easton on the left. Henry trying to work it out. No luck. It's Easton, center ice. Able to get past a couple High Falls players as our forwards go for a line change. Long pass, finds Graham. Graham entering the zone with Moline. Moline on the forecheck. Ben Lewis with the puck. Ben Lewis, a little space. Shot, or no. Shot by Graham. Graham. Oop. High Falls. Exiting their zone on Oscar's side. Graham backchecking. Ben Lewis. Pushes it over to Graham. Oh, sorry, now it's Ben Lewis. That was Moline earlier. Here's Ben Lewis. Shot. Kick save. Rebound. Another save. Nice save. Quality goalie. All right, Moline, Ben Lewis, Graham out there with Gio and Oscar. Draw comes back to Gio, gets a shot wide. Point for Oscar. Initially High Falls works it out, but Gio pick it up in our zone. Gio drops it for Oscar. Moline coming up. Gets it to Ben Lewis. Ben making a rush, gets past one High Falls player. And we get a line change. Leo and Nolan took a swing. 2-on-2 here. Caleb and Squishback. Nice save, Sloan. Nolan on the draw. Over to Hudson. Centering pass, finds High Falls. Caleb defending. Centering pass finds Nolan. High Falls making a rush. Lone saves. So 10-12 left in the game. 3-4-5 out there with Easton and Mason. Oops, sorry. Not moving real fast. Mason looking for Sammy. Tips it into neutral ice all the way into the I-fall zone. Sammy and Grayson on the forecheck. Henry trailing. Oh. Ref got upended there. Looked like it hurt. Here's Easton. Shot. Deflected. I-fall to the far side. Henry. Over to Easton. Easton. Got some space. He'll skate it in. Take a shot from the blue line. And we'll get a face-off in the I-fall zone. All right, same line out there. Switching dots. Sammy from the corner. He's pinched. Maintains control. He'll skate it to the far corner. Sammy and Grayson Morgan. Henry now. I-fall's able to clear. Mason defending. Nice job, Mason. Tip it away. It'll be offsides. Ah, 3-4-5 still out there. Switch them out, boys. Gio and Oscar out there. Oscar drops it for Gio. Gio up to Grayson. Held in by I-falls. Gio from the corner. Finds Oscar on the far side. Oscar skates it out of the zone. He's got Sammy on his hip. Has it poke checked away as they dump it back into our zone. Grayson now back in our corner. Drops it for Gio. Gio. He's got Henry. Up the boards to I-falls. Sammy unable to keep it in. Gio will dump it. You get a fresh set of forwards out there. Lucari. Gio from the point. Unable to dump it deep. Knocked out of our zone where Moline will pick it up. Oh, Moline's pass over to Leo. To Moline. Tip it off the boards. Neutral ice. Ben Lewis will pick it up. Ben Lewis. Dump it deep. Moline on the forecheck. Graham coming to help. To the half wall for Ben Lewis. I-falls wins that battle. Graham coming to help. There's Moline, or sorry, Lewis. He's got the other Ben in front. To the point now for Caleb. Caleb, shot. Traffic. Rebound. Rebound. Leo. Back to Caleb. Misfired. Moline gets it to Graham, but I-fall is able to clear. There's some good pressure there. Caleb will pick it up from our zone. Leo on his right. Caleb gaining some speed. Escape past Ben. Here comes I-fall. It's 2-on-1 right now. Leo. Sam and Graham getting back to help out. Here's Leo. Over the boards looking for Graham. Nice job, Graham. Holds it in. Save slow. No score. Well, once again, I-fall scores first. Number 19, sorry. Well, that's an 18. Third try. right, 1-0 High Falls. 6:34 left in the first. High Falls in our zone. Centering pass. Sloan covers. All right, 3-4-5 with Gio and Oscar. Save Sloan. Oscar looking for Grayson. Clears the zone. Sammy, Rushton, Henry on center. Over to Henry off the skate. And we're going to face off in the High Falls zone. 1-0, 5:58 left in first. 3-4-5 with 8-9. Over to Oscar's side. Henry intercepts. Chaos here. Over to Grayson's side. Henry, centering pass. Gio from behind our net. We'll drop it to the corner for Oscar. Oscar, we'll chip it into neutral ice. No call. Here's Oscar. Able to rush it into the High Falls zone. Ooh, we almost had a break there. It's Grayson. To Gio. Up to Sammy. Sammy wings it to the center. Henry on the forecheck over to Sammy's side. Shoot. No icing as it went off one of our players. Caleb will pick it up. Leo on his right. Long pass for Graham, successful. Good job, Graham. Chip it into a neutral ice. Ben Lewis there. He's got Molina on center. Centering pass, shot. Quality opportunity there. Here's Ben Lewis. Shot. Kick save. Molina into the corner. Drops it for Ben Lewis. Graham in front. Ben Lewis. As it's stolen here. High Falls will dump it. That'll be an icing. All right, we'll keep, we'll swap it out. We'll get the bigs out there. Nolan, Squish, Huddy. Yep. There's Huddy. Behind the net. Nolan in front. High Falls, chips it to Leo, able to dump it back in. And the second effort, they'll ice it. All right, Nolan on the draw. Buddy on his left, Squish on his right. Leo with the puck. Caleb on his left. Leo off the boards, finds Nolan up to Huddy. Huddy. Deflected over to Nolan. Nolan, chip it in. Huddy picks it up. Huddy. Squish in front, centering pass. Oh. And the net is off. All right, Nolan, Huddy, Squish, Caleb, and Leo. With 3:28 left in the first period. Leo. Squish making a rush. Here's Huddy. Now getting some help from Nolan. Back to the point for Leo. DDD. Caleb. Shot. Deflected off of Squish's knee there. And the fly ball caught by High Falls goalie. All right, 2:53 left, 3-4-5 out there with Easton and Mason. Easton shot, deflected wide. Henry. Mason side. Easton with the puck. Tipped along the boards, looking for Grayson. Henry and Easton working. Henry behind our net, looking for options. Has the poke checked away. Almost had an odd man break there. Henry up to Grayson. Grayson rushing, Sammy on center, Henry trailing, Grayson weaving. Pass, oh man, that left-handed on the right wing. Sammy. Sammy working, Grayson behind, Henry in front. Easton left cornered, Mason with the puck. Good job. Mason and Easton working it. Mason, poke check back into the corner. Easton will pick it up. Easton to Grayson. Back to the corner for Easton. Drop it in the corner. Henry will pick it up. Henry rushing with Grayson. Sammy on center. Henry make a pass. Henry. High Falls gives it right to Henry. He can't do anything with it. They'll skate it out. Aggressive step there by Graham. That'll be a trip. So Graham will go for 90 seconds for a trip. So 5-on-4 for the next 90 seconds. 1:10 left in the period. Elaine taking the draw. Got Ben Lewis, Gio, and Oscar out there. Nice. There you go. Nice job, Ben. Ben Moline. Cross center ice and dump it deep. Ben Lewis on the forecheck. Takes it off the goalie stick. Oh. Almost had a shorty. One minute left in the 5-on-4. 36 seconds left in the period. Nice movement, fanned on it, Oscar. Able to poke it away into the corner. Off the glass, out of the zone, Ben Lewis. Ben Lewis, here's Ben. Shot, oh, nice D, good goal. Or good goaltending.
Let's do it.
All right, 34 seconds left in the 5-on-4. 14 seconds left in the period. Nolan and Hudson. Draw comes to Oscar, gets a shot. The icing. We got 5.7 seconds left in the period. All right, after one, it's 1-0 I Falls. Oh yeah, it's no problem.
And your commentary.
Thanks. Are you Graham's grandparents? Okay. Okay. All right, Nolan on the draw. Hudson out there with them. Gio and Oscar round out our 4 as we have 15 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Oscar able to clear. Ooh, Nolan steals it. Nolan. Shot. Save. To the point for Gio. We'll dump it back into the corner. 3 seconds. 2, 1. All right, Graham. Set of the sin bin. Squish on the ice. Oscar challenging. Oscar tried to drop it back. There's Oscar able to clear the zone. I Falls dumps it into our zone for Gio. Long pass. Looking for Hudson. Goes a little long. That'll be icing. Nope, no ice. That one will be icing if it makes it. And it does. All right, 3-4-5 with Leo and Caleb, 12-13. Henry, Scott Grayson. Look up, pick up your. Now he hits Grayson when it's too late. Sammy. To the point now for Caleb. Caleb, shot. Look at a face off. Good quick shift, I like it. Moline, Lakari, Ben Lewis, Leo Caleb. Graham and Ben Lewis. Eventually, High Falls comes away with it. Graham, Ben Lewis. Dump it deep. High Falls entering Caleb's side. Ben Lewis on the back check. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna call Ben for roughing, checking, boarding, something. Roughing for Ben. All right, back on power play for High Falls. It's Moline and Graham out there with Caleb and Leo. Shot off of Graham's leg there. Shot saved by Sloan. Back to center ice. Shot deflected wide. We have 1 minute left in the 5-on-4. We're going to get a penalty on High Falls. Oh. Get an elbow on High Falls. So 4-on-4 for the next 51 seconds. So we switch dots. Henry, Nolan, Mason, and Easton out there. Go to Easton side. High Falls dumps it deep. That'll be ice if it makes it. It does. Easton. Shot deflected over into the netting. All right, Leo Easton on D, Nolan Henry on O. Here's Leo. Leo skating behind their net. Drops it for Henry. Henry to Nolan. Nolan, shot. Kicks it over to Easton on the half wall. Easton, Henry behind the net. Over to Nolan at the corner. Shot. Deflected again into the netting. We've got 11 seconds of 4-on-4, and then we will have a 39-second 5-on-4 for the Hounds. We swap out our D. We've got Gio and Oscar out there, Henry and Nolan. Nolan, Henry, face off. 3 seconds left of the 4-on-4. All right, now 5-on-5 as Putty steps on the ice. Henry to Gio to Oscar. Oscar able to hold it in, dump it deep. Nolan will pick it up. Nolan from behind the net, Huddy in front. Switching spots with Henry. Nolan to Henry. Oh, Huddy, good try to Nolan. Five seconds left to 5-on-4. Nolan. Falls, feels that. Gio will pick it up. 5-on-5 now. Gio to Henry. He'll dump it. Oscar from the corner, able to hold it in, get it to Hudson. Hudson in the corner. Here's Hudson. Nice play. Squish scores. Hudson sets him up beautifully. Good job, Hudson, to get it to Squish. Squish with the goal. With 9:53 left in the second. Squish scoring our first goal of the game. That falls on Mason's side. Shot, save Sloan. Comes Hudson, Molina on center, Squish far side, long pass, goes off of a Ifall's stick. Squish will pick it up in the corner. Hudson. Hudson with some space. Hudson is having a great weekend. Comes Ifall inside, Caleb on his left. Centering pass, nobody there. Squish will pick it up at the point. He'll dump it deep for an icing. All right, 9:03 left, tied up at 1. 3-4-5 with Caleb and Leo. Leo to Caleb. Up the boards for Sammy. Henry will pick it up. Henry. Back to the point for Caleb. Caleb evades. Skates, shot, deflected over into Sammy's side. Leo unable to hold it in. Caleb catching up. Good job, Caleb. Caleb behind our net. Centering pass finds Sammy. Over to Grayson. Nice pass, Sammy. Leo rushing. Ah, shoot. Grayson had it poked away there for a moment. Henry from RD. Over to Leo. Sammy. He'll dump and chase. Sammy. Ifalls gets it out on Leo's side, enters our zone. They'll dump and chase. Gio. Henry helping. Comes out for Sammy. Sammy hits Grayson. It's a little long, but Grayson will pick it up. And Grayson will dump it deep, go for a line change. Not sure what happened there. I think we were offsides maybe on a line change. All right, 7:38 left in the second. Nolan taking the draw. Hudson on his right, Graham on his left. Oscar right D, Gio left D, comes to Oscar. Chip it in, Hudson will chase it. It's Hudson. Nolan in front. Hudson Morgan. Nolan coming to help. Graham in front. High falls, dumps it to Gio's side. Gio able to hold it in. Now getting some help from Nolan. Nolan to Huddy. Huddy. Back to Nolan in the corner. Oscar from the half wall. Huddy from the point. So puck floats out. Ifall's able to tip it. The neutral ice where Gio picks it up, gets it to Graham. Graham from behind our net. Here's Graham. Drops it for Gio, gets a shot. A save. All right, 6:29 left in the second. Moline on the draw. Squish on his right, in on his left. Mason from the point. Got Easton on lefty. The corner for Squish. Back to Ben Lewis. Ben Lewis tried to pull the trigger, had it poked away. Easton will dump it to the far corner. Mason from the point. Gets one towards Squish. High Falls tried to clear. Easton holds it in. High Falls gets it out on a second effort. 3-on-2. Mason defending. Shot. 3-on-2 and they shoot it. Moline on the draw. Squish and Ben Lewis out there. Caleb and Leo. Shot deflected off of Caleb wide. Caleb off the wall looking for Ben Lewis. Here's Ben. He'll dump it. Go to Caleb's side. Nice job, Caleb. Moline. Aggressive step by Caleb. Leo in front. Centering pass goes off, I think, of Sloan there. Nice job by Squish to touch that, so they couldn't fire a shot. Leo to Ben Lewis. There's chaos here. Little space, shot into the netting. All right, we'll get 5 new skaters out there. 3-4-5 with 8-9. Henry, Sammy Grayson, Gio, Oscar. Oscar, Gio, to Sammy. Grayson, look at that. That's a breakout. High Falls able to clear, and they dump it. We dump it back in for an offside. Yeah, I don't know hockey. We're going to center ice. Henry. Shot. Hits the back of number 9. Gio from the corner. Gio and Oscar. Oscar comes away with it. Up the boards for Sammy. Sammy making a rush. Henry on center. Grayson on left. Shot wide. It'll float to Gio at the half wall. Dump it back towards the net. Job Grayson to keep it deep. Sammy from the corner. No luck. Grayson battling, but I-Falls able to clear. Ends up with Oscar at center ice. Oscar getting some speed. He'll dump it deep. Foot race here. This also by Oscar to get back and Sloan to dump it to the corner. Just chaos here. Henry comes away with the puck. Long pass. It's Grayson. Grayson makes a move. Sammy. Shot. Wide. I don't know if the net was off or what. Oh, we got a penalty. Okay. So, I didn't see it, but we'll have 5-on-4. All right, power play unit out there with Ben, Nolan, Graham, Easton, and Leo. Nolan over to Leo. Leo to Easton. Easton from a half wall. They give him some space. He skates in. Face off at the other dot. Ben Lewis. Shot. Rebound. To the point for Leo. Nice movement over to Nolan. Nolan shot. Nice save. All right, 1:07 left in the 5-on-4. Draw comes back to Leo. To Nolan. Centering pass for Ben Lewis. Ben. Can't pull the trigger. Easton has a poke checked away. Nolan slashes it up to Ben Lewis. Just can't get set up here. I-Falls will skate it out. He'll dump it deep. Here's Leo. Nolan. We have 34 seconds left. The 5-on-4 over to Easton, up to Ben Lewis. Over to the corner for Nolan. Back to Graham. Leo from center. Leo to Easton. Easton shot, save. Back to the point for Leo. Shoot, floats out of the zone and I-Falls tips it ahead. And that'll do it for the 5-on-4. Got 3 seconds left. There's Leo to Nolan. Tried to hit Ben Lewis, intercepted by I-Falls. There's Nolan. Nolan up to Ben Lewis. Leo to Nolan. He'll dump and go for a line change. We get 5 new skaters. I-Falls trying to make something of it. They're too slow. They'll actually ice it. Ben Lewis on the draw, Huddy on his left, Squish on his right. Oscar right, Gio left. Huddy from the corner. Oscar. I-Falls able to clear. Ben getting back for Oscar. Gio helping out. Ooh, nice move by I-Falls. Shot. A save by Sloan. Ben swats that out of the air. Gio picks it up. Gio rushing. Got 46 seconds left in the second. Moline on the draw. Mason there took a tumble, 2-on-1. They don't get a shot on net. Uh-oh, from center ice, shot, rebound. Ooh. Got away with one there. We'll dump it deep, but no ice. 19 seconds left in the period. Over to Caleb's side. Squish. There's Mason. Hudson getting some help from Aline. That'll do it for 2. All right, they get one in the first, we get one in the second. Start the third tied up. I'm gonna swap out the battery for the phone here, so it'll go dead for just a minute, or for the camera. All right, fresh batteries in. All right, 3-4-5 with 8-9. Gio with Sammy. Chip it up and chase. It's offsides, don't call it. Here's Sammy. Grayson. Gio. High falls entering on Oscar's side. Oop, my zoom isn't working. There we go. Gio to Sammy. Band on the first one. Try to hit Henry. Oop. Henry. Sammy. Shot. Rebound. Oh, it hopped over Grayson's stick. On Gio's side. Grayson able to tip it out of the zone. Sammy gives it right back to him. Grayson. There's Oscar. Off the glass. Henry. Over to Grayson. Yeah, and off there. All right, Nolan taking the draw. Squish Huddy with him. Easton, Mason. Mason with a shot, deflected wide. But Most of the team over here. Squish, Hudson, Nolan. Easton comes away with it. Shot and save. All right, we'll try again with 13-10 left in the game. Tied up at 1. High Falls making subs. High Falls on Easton's side. They'll dump and chase. Dumped a little too early, but they wave it off. High Falls. Sloan. Nice job to get back. High Falls shot wide. It was Easton. Up to Squish. To Huddy, tips it ahead. Nolan, back to Huddy. Freiberger stopped that pass. Caleb will pick it up. 12-20 left in the game. Intensity's picking up a little bit. Nice touch by Squish to get it to Nolan. Here's Nolan. Shot. Goal. 5-hole. Nice shot, Nolan. Caleb, shot, doesn't make it through. Moline, backhand, nobody there. High Falls breaking it out. Leo will pick it up. Caleb getting back. Caleb, Ben Lewis touches it to Ben Moline. Ben Russian, Graham on center, drops it for Ben Lewis. Too many High Falls players there to get through, but Caleb able to keep it in. That'll hit the rafters. All right, Moline, Ben Lewis, Graham, Gio. Shot deflected by Gio. Ends up with Ben Lewis, up to Ben Moline. Rushing with Graham, Graham trailing. Ben Lewis moving to center. High Falls dumps it ahead on Gio's side. They try to dump it deep. They hit a referee. Second effort, they'll dump it. Gio from our corner. Gio and Graham working. Able to move it into the High Falls zone. Graham on the forecheck. Ben on his right. High Falls trying to make a rush on our line change. Job Easton tried to get up to Graham. Here's Easton. Cut an edge. Oh, no, wait. Gonna face off outside the zone. Not exactly sure what's going on. Must have been offsides. All right, 3-4-5. With Easton and Mason out there. Comes back to the corner for Mason. He'll skid it from behind our net. Drop it for Easton. Easton up to Sammy. Sammy to Henry. Henry. Grayson on center. Centering pass. Not there. High Falls coming right back. Easton on D. Sammy getting back. Mason on his right. Centering pass. Not there. Nice touch by Grayson there to poke it all the way into the High Falls zone. Nice job, Henry, read that. Back to Grayson. Centering pass to Sammy. Shoot, misfire. High Falls coming right back. Leo defending. Shot. Intensity has picked up. Sammy. Henry. Henry's got Grayson on the far side. Hit him. Oh, Grayson went for a line change. Oh, trip. Squish is going to go for a trip. All right, 5-on-4 for I Falls. Nolan and Hudson out there with Gio and Oscar. Oscar challenging. Shot. Sloan saw that. Here's Oscar. 1:10 left in the 5-on-4. Almost had Nolan, but held in at the point. Shot goes to the far corner. Buddy. Able to clear. Nolan on the forecheck. I Falls enters the zone on Oscar's side. Oscar. To the point for I Falls. Shot. Sloan gets a clear view. All right, 43 seconds left to 5-on-4. Oscar off the wall trying to clear. That'll be held in at the point. Nolan challenging. Oscar. Shot. Floats to the center for Hudson to pick up. He hits Nolan on the far side. 15 seconds left at 5-on-4. I Falls. Hudson will pick it up. Chip it ahead. Nice job, Hudson. He's got 3 seconds left. 5-on-4. 8 minutes left in the game. Up 2-1. Easton challenging. Mason behind our net. Mason takes the body. Nolan coming to take the puck. Nolan. He'll chip it to neutral ice, held there by I Falls. They're going to have to wait for everybody to get back on sides. Take a shot, glove down by Nolan. Here's Easton. Steps it ahead to Ben Lewis. Ben Lewis. Looking for options. Shot into the netting. .722 left. Moline on the draw. Graham on his right. Ben Lewis on his left. Caleb and Leo on D. Graham back to the point for Leo. Leo, good call. Caleb told him no. Good job, Leo, to keep it in. Ben coming to help. Too late. I Falls will skate it out, but Caleb's there. He'll enter the zone with some speed. It's Caleb. Little toe drag doesn't work, but Ben Lewis will pick it up. Shot. Ooh, good try. Caleb, shot. Nice save. Their goalie happens to be named Gus. So 6:54 left in the game. We'll swap out our D. Easton and Mason on the ice now. Ben Lewis. Try to dump it back in the corner, no luck. They enter the zone. Mason on the right, Easton on the left. I Falls wants a penalty. No call. Easton up to Graham. Behind the net for Mason. Oops, sorry. Would have been Lewis. Touches it up to Ben Moline. Nice pass over to Graham. Here's Graham. Graham. They're calling it technical on the I-Falls bench. So they didn't like there was no call in the corner. I think it was either Graham or Easton knocked one of them down. And they kept chirping and chirping until they finally got themselves a bench minor. So it'll be 5-on-4 after I-Falls gets a bench minor. And told the coach to leave. No, they're just going to have a talk. All right, 6:07 left. All right, draw comes to Leo. Gets it to Easton. Nice pass over to Nolan with some space. Leo gets it to Easton, gets it over to Nolan's side. Nolan, centering pass, just a little long for Easton. Back to the point for Leo. Leo to Nolan. Nolan skates it in, centering pass for Ben, a little behind. Easton in the corner. Shot. We'll get a face off. Moline on the draw out there with Hudson and Grayson. Oh. Couple opportunities there. Unable to get it in the net. Shot, saved by Sloan. Moline, Grayson, Henry with Oscar, and Hudson. There's Oscar. Oscar. Some space. They'll carry it all the way in. Grayson. Back to the point for Henry. To Oscar. Oscar. To Moline. Moline skates it in. Shot. Glove save. All right, 12 seconds left of the 5-on-4. Nolan, Sam Lewis, Squish, Gio, and Oscar out there. Floats all the way in our zone. Oscar will pick it up. Drops it for Gio. Gio. As it's now 5-on-5. Here comes Gio. Touches it over to Sammy's side. He'll dump it. Held in at the point by Oscar. Dump it back into the corner for. Oof. All right, Nolan on the draw, Sammy on his left, Squish on his right, Leo and Caleb out there. Leo Back to the corner. Sammy there. Some help from Nolan. Gio breaks up the rush. Or sorry, that was Caleb. And I think they're offsides. Caleb over to Sammy. Sammy chops it down. Bumped off the puck. Nolan challenging. Squish. Bouncing puck. Chopped aside by the goalie. Nolan. Centering pass. Nothing but White. High Falls 3-on-1. Shoot it. Oh, they passed it this time. Nope. They shot it. Another 3-on-1 and they shoot it. He's going to get a talking to. 3:31 left in the game. Ben Lewis will pick it up, try to clear. He does clear, but that'll be icing, and I think they called the. Oh, Sloan's helmet came off. So 3:21 left as Sloan gets their helmet back on. Moline, Ben Lewis, Graham, Leo, and Caleb. Leo up to Ben Lewis. He's got Graham. Hits Graham. Graham. Behind the net, Lewis in front, Moline trailing. Moline, pass a little behind. Graham able to keep it in. Graham, shot, deflected. Over the half wall, and Ifall's able to break it out. Oop, got past Caleb there for a moment. Shot, saved by Sloan. Good job, Sloan. All right, 3-4-5 with Easton Mason. 2:42 left in the game. Over to Sammy's wall. Got it to Henry. We're bunched up there. Grayson loses his stick. Henry will dump and chase. Long pass by Ifalls. Nobody there but Oscar. Oscar. Henry in front. Oscar behind the net. Henry. Lost the puck. Comes Ifalls. Gio defending. Shot goes behind the net. Grayson will pick it up. Up to Sammy. Sammy. Long pass goes between the legs of Ifalls all the way into their zone. Henry on the forecheck. Ifalls able to dump it back for Gio. Long pass finds Sammy. Sammy will dump it. Grayson on the forecheck. Getting some help from Sammy. Henry in front. They clear it on the far wall over to Oscar at the point. Try to dump it back in the corner. Too many white sweaters. They'll skate it out. Henry challenging. Gio side. Henry. Poke checked away. Ifalls centering pass. Tied up by Gio. Grayson will pick it up. 1:20 left in the game. Up 2-1. Here comes Grayson from behind our net. Skating past Henry. Little dump and go for a line change. Get 5 new skaters out there. Oops, sorry. Nolan challenging. Nice job, Nolan. Ah, sorry. Leo. Squish. Finds Nolan. Nolan rushing. Poke checked away there. And we're offsides. So 51 seconds left in the game. And we got a timeout by I Falls. Face off just outside the I-Fall zone. Goalie still in the net. Moline, Ben Lewis, Graham, Leo, Oscar. The last 51 seconds here. Leo. So they pulled their goalie, 30 seconds left in the game. 6 skaters for I Falls. So we're able to clear the zone. Ben Lewis on the forecheck. I Falls entering the zone. Shot wide over to Leo's corner. 15 seconds left. Centering pass, cleared by Graham. 8 seconds left. Shot from the point. Hits Graham. Here's Graham. He'll get one shot. Scores. All right, good game. Good set of games here. 3-1. I think that was the score last night. Nice job, Graham. All right, turning the ship around, got a couple wins. Jules.